Good evening and welcome to Late Night Purgatory. Tonight, after searching far and wide, we found this little film for you. It's about this woman with large breasts that saves the world.
Camera 1 running.
Camera 2 rolling.
Are you alright?
Whew. Sorry about that. Whenever I get excited, my asthma tends to flare up. And I am excited about this film. When Aussie Productions contacted me to ask me if they could make my story into a film, I was elated.
Hello,
Okay. So who am I making this out to?
Claire Martinez.
So what do you see as the fundamental theme of your book, or should I now say your new screenplay?
It's about our hero Lothar, and he has a magical rune tattooed on his chest that he can summon up the power of the heart of courage to help him survive in the world in which he lives. And it's metaphorical of what we have in the real world. We all have inside us the courage to do great things, and it all depends on our ability to set aside our fears and set aside our concept of who we think we are. You know, and if we can do that, if we can use our courage in that way, we are capable of amazing things.
How much do you expect to be involved with the film's production?
Not at all. I'm an author. I write books. I don't know anything about movie making, and I'm not going to impose my ideas on somebody else's artistic creativity.
I've only been working in film for a few years. I didn't decide to go back to working and all until after my youngest son left for college. I went back to college myself and got my Master of Fine Arts after being away for almost 20 years. It's been kind of difficult. My husband's been very supportive. I'm really impressed with this film. Actually, I'm impressed with the story that it's based on, because it has all of those things that you'd want probably in a film. It's got a lot of action. It's got human involvement. I think that it's going to be really a great film.
You're joining us at a real exciting time. We've put together a real good pre-production team, and we've got a good story and screenplay. And the studio's going to give us all the revenue we need. We're in for a wild ride.
Okay, I got a game.
Good.
It's called 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. The idea is that any actor can be traced back to Kevin Bacon within 6 other actors.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so for example.
Okay, give me an actor.
Okay. No, I'm going to name one.
Fred Gwynn.
Fred Gwynn.
Fred Gwynn.
No, I really want to
I don't know
do.
who Fred Gwynn is.
Herman Munster, and he was in My Cousin Vinny.
You're never
With the
going to get
judge?
that one back.
Okay, he was the judge.
Lawrence Olivier.
Well, wait a minute. We might be able to get there from Marissa
Oh, but
Tomei.
I like the Laurence Olivier thing
Marissa
with Dustin
Tomei started
Hoffman.
with Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler just recently, and Kevin and Mickey had to have done something together. Whether it's on
Drugs.
film or not. Mickey Rourke was in
Did you see The Wrestler?
Wild Orchid?
Mickey Rourke was fantastic. No.
No, not Wild Orchid.
Lawrence,
Hey, Steve, how's it going, big guy?
Hey, Bob, how are you? How's it going?
All right. So you got a nice place here, big guy.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Only.
Yeah, but Steve, what's going on? I mean, I thought we were gonna have this over at the Carlton. You know, it looks like you and Nancy put a lot of work into this party, and you got a bunch of people running around your house. I mean, that would seem a little inconvenient.
Yeah, there's no problem. I mean, we have a big enough place, and we want a nice, laid-back, informal atmosphere.
Sure.
No tension. We don't need that tonight.
Okay.
We're doing okay. So, no problem. I'll tell you. Well, you know, we have a lot of work ahead of us.
Yeah.
And, what else I want to tell you. It seems that, we've exhausted all of our pre-production funds. And, on top of that, we've hit a little snag with the second phase of the funding.
We got something to worry about?
You tell me. I hope not. I don't think so.
You know, I gotta say, I'm really disappointed. I thought I had it in the bag. This was my production. I was going to do this picture. And all of a sudden the studio says, nah, it's a fantasy film. We're gonna let somebody else do it. One of our other studios, Fanfare Studios. Now they're a good studio, I must admit. And when they finish, they're gonna have a damn good picture.
I was talking to the marketing people at Fanfare about changing our targeted audience, and we have decided to change the role from a male to a female. I think it makes perfect sense. So we will call it the heart of a woman. Now, personally, I think when you look at the dynamics of film, who goes to films, where are they generated, where is all of the revenue generated from, I think it makes sense that primarily women do this. Women are in the forefront of our movie industry. Not only that, but in the film business, as you know, probably know, a woman, when she gets past 30 years old, is no longer useful. So we have a male-generated product, and yet it is females that buys the products. So I really think that this makes perfect sense, and I really think that we're not really taking a chance. I think we're doing something that is very dynamic. Chance yes, but I think in the end that it will prove to be an incredible thing on our part.
Hold still, child, and prepare for the gift that the gods hold for you.
Child, with this mark, you will receive the greatest gift that man can hold. Strength fades, knowledge falters, swift legs stumble. Only courage can shape men's lives for the better, because it forces us to be greater than we really are.
May the gods bless you, my little one, and in doing so, save us all.
Mr. Stern, I've got a little concern. I've been thinking about it, and the idea of a woman being the main character is fine, except for the fact that of the ruin. You know, every time she summons up the power of the ruin, she's going to end up exposing herself. I'm not exactly sure that's kind of where we want to go with this.
Okay, I hear your concern, Jane. The position of the rune is negotiable. Okay, it's going to be done in such a way that I guarantee you it'll be done tastefully. Okay, so it doesn't matter really where it ends up, if it ends up into an amulet or whatever, jewelry or whatever. The main idea here is to make something that is tasteful, that is creative, okay, and that has a spiritual connotation to it. And I think when you see it, that you're going to like it. And if you don't, I guarantee you that I'll come to you and say to you, Jane, what do you think? Do you like this or not? And if you say, I don't, then we'll start over again.
Well, there's been 3 major decisions that I've been involved in since coming aboard this project. First, and I'm sorry to say it, is that we've lost our director, Mr. Stern. He's decided to take another project. Good luck, Tom. So we're in the midst of interviewing replacements, and I'm sure that we'll find the right person to bring this project forward for us. Now, with regards to the second issue, the placement of the rune, and the fact that the main character now is a woman, well, we've decided to use the rune as a tattoo on the chest. Now, the production team we've assembled is going to deal with this in a really creative way, the lighting, the cameraman, the costumers, and this is just going to bring it forward for the audience. And so what if there's a little bit of nudity? We have a mature audience, a well-read audience, and this isn't just good, it's not going to be an issue for them.
Well, of course, I'm very grateful that Fanfare gave me this opportunity to interview for the lead job, and I strongly applaud their decision to make the lead character a female. I think society today definitely needs more of that strong female character in their cinema to offset this horrible, weak stereotype. All those damsels in distress have just got to go. Anyway, on that note, though, I do think it would be really interesting to add lots more emotion into the film. I think that's very key. So I think casting Selleck as the sidekick really young, as a young boy or girl, would give that lead character a fantastic mentor role, and I think it would invoke so much more in an audience to watch that happen on screen and really create some great sparks.
I have to say that I am totally against the studio's attempt to butcher the original story. His manhood is key to the plot. I mean, here's a man facing overwhelming odds in a war-torn world, all the while trying to come to terms with his own homosexuality.
He's not gay.
Not gay? What do you mean he's not gay? Hello? Did you even read the script?
Well, perhaps you're asking yourself what kind of vision a director has prior to shooting a film. I can only tell you, for me, my vision is that the film makes an obscene amount of money. I mean, let's face it, concepts like artistic merit, integrity, they're important, yes, but a studio can't make money off a film, it doesn't get made. Now, having said that, I do have a few ideas for the movie and the general direction I want to take it, but at the same time, I'm trying to keep an open mind on it. And I'd rather hold off from making any decisions about the direction it should go till I get a better feel for the momentum of the picture, where the actors and the actresses can take it.
Well, we have a new director, Mark Guzman.
We'll have 2 cars coming in, screeching around the corner here. Car A will be Angelina on the hood, turning around and letting loose a volley of bullets.
He has a reputation for actually having done some very good films on a limited budget, at least very successful ones.
Down they come, to the bottom here. Whip round, bottom and up here. Well, yes, I can see it now.
I'm pretty optimistic about it. We do have some money, maybe not as much as we'd like. Auditions will begin tomorrow at 8 a.m. I think this will go really quite well. I'm looking forward to it.
Can't you see, Selleck? This rune upon my breast is just a drawing, just a stain upon my flesh. My true heart of courage lies within, as it does in all mankind. One only needs to know how to unlock it. Do you know what the key is, Selleck? The key? It is love. The love of oneself, but more importantly of those around you. This I swear. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
She was fantastic. Don't you think she was fantastic?
She was really good.
Really great.
I liked her.
Not bad, not bad.
Number 54.
Go ahead.
Can't you see, Selleck? The run upon my breast is just a drawing, just a stain upon my flesh. My true heart of courage lies within, as it does in all mankind. Only one needs to know how to unlock it. And you know what the key is, Selleck? The key? It's love. Loving oneself, and more importantly, loving those around you. This I swear. Sorry about the hesitation. I'm a little nervous.
Well, that was fantastic. What's your name, sweetheart?
Christy?
Yes, of course it is. Well, Christy, that was amazing. Truly amazing. I think you might have what it takes to excite and move the viewers, but before we make any final decision, I think there's just one small point we need to clarify. Just step this way. She's in.
It's not actually the way I'd like to see this film going, but we do what we can. Tomorrow we start shooting.
Hail, little Thora. Your renown as a warrior precedes you, but I still have my doubts as to whether you could defeat Vitera.
Yes. How can you possibly succeed when so many before you have failed?
Because, Your Highnesses, underneath this leather tunic is a heart of courage.
Guzman! Oh, God! Put those things away, honey!
What's the problem?
You made no mention of nudity to me when I agreed to do this epic film of yours.
We decided to add a couple of tasteful nude scenes in order to enhance the drama.
Tasteful? The woman exploded out of her blouse! I nearly lost an eye! Listen, I have kids that might someday see this thing, God forbid, and I don't want to be associated with this sort of gratuitous, and I do mean gratuitous nudity! I mean, boobs, come on! I'm out of here.
Okay, everyone, just take 5. Just need to iron things out. Relax, everyone.
Yes. Okay. So we've had some trouble incorporating all the scenes into the movie.
Can't you see, Selleck? The rune upon my breast is just a drawing, just a stain upon my flesh. My true heart of courage lies within.
Now, your casual Saturday night moviegoer is probably going to be a little bit disappointed when they find out that the symbol does not actually have any magical power. That's why we had to cut the scene.
As it does in all mankind.
Then there's the issue of the lawsuit. The boy boy will be okay. Now, he may grow up having a thing or two about breasts.
And do you know what the key is, Selek? The key, it is love.
But hey, don't we all?
Well, Mark. May I call you Mark? Thank you. Bottom line is, I don't think the movie has any appeal to our projected audience. It just doesn't have enough flash and sex appeal, energy. It's got to attract the audience we're targeting.
You're looking for sex appeal and energy, and you've got a movie with sword fighting, beautiful women, multiple explosions, lesbian love affairs, orgies, and there's 5 decapitation scenes. I'm not exactly sure how much more energetic and full of sex appeal the movie can get. What did you have in mind?
Well, Mark, we were thinking, get this, monster trucks.
Monster trucks.
Monster trucks? Are you insane? This is a fantasy movie set in medieval times. There were no monster trucks.
That is the point. It's a fantasy movie. It's easy to explain. We set it in an alternate universe. It's a mix between primitive magic and high-tech force.
No, no way. You're not putting monster trucks in my movie, and that is final. Oh, well, we often run into times like this where we need to add a new element or two to the plot. It's then that I like to refer to the wheel of plot complications. See, you just twist these 3 wheels randomly, any direction, and you come up with new twists and characters you could add to virtually any story. For example, nude cannibal virgins. Oh yes, that does appeal to the imagination. Then again, loud fighting robots. Well, of course, that wouldn't work for this particular picture. We'd have to substitute dragons or some such. One more time. Transsexual singing midgets. Well, of course, it's not perfect, but nevertheless, it's a very useful device. Would you believe I wrote the script to RoboCop 3 with the help of this little beauty? Well, we're still having a little problem with the brevity of the film time. We need to add another scene or two. Give us about another 10 minutes.
We could add another plot complication, like, say the guy she killed in scene 13 really didn't die after all, and she has to come back and perform another heroic feat to overcome him. Huh?
Great premise, but, well, let's save that for the sequel.
How about this? She meets another handsome man, beautiful, and it's the man of her dreams, actually. And we have a montage of scenes of them running through fields. There's some butterflies, and they're frolicking, kissing, making love, and there's this beautiful song playing in the background.
Well, that kind of thing, well, it worked well in the 70s, but today's viewer needs more.
It's about as original as having them all stripped down to their panties and having an enormous tickle fight.
Hey, that's fantastic. That gives me a great idea.
Oh, Lord, please.
Well, Thara, congratulations. You have come this far.
And you, Vatara, have gone too far. We demand that you cease your conquest and genocide of the innocent.
Nobody is truly innocent, Thara. Everyone is guilty of something. Do not mourn the masses. I give order to those who do not deserve it, and strength to overthrow weakness.
I may be not fair, but neither is life.
At least I am predictable.
You have no right to impose yourself on everyone in every nation around you. I challenge you here and now.
I accept the challenge and introduce you to my champion, Limina.
I will take the Queen's challenge and meet you tomorrow to duel to the death in the mud fields of despair.
Accepted. You will not vanquish me nor my heart of courage.
I have heard of your powers and am unimpressed. Know this, your heart of courage is no match for mine.
Orbs of destruction, Mark.
Well, she needs some kind of mystical ability to counteract the powers of the Heart of Courage. She's a nemesis of equal power. Listen, it'll be all right.
I think I've lost all respect for you.
Wait, you respected me?
Well, it's finished, and I'm so proud of all the cast and crew. It will be in editing for a couple of weeks, and we anticipate the first screening a week or two after it's out. I'm so excited about this. This is a movie that's going to be at the centre of discussions for years to come. Welcome everybody. Thanks for coming to the world premiere of the movie. Please enjoy the show. There will be refreshments afterwards. Hail, Lothara. Your renown as a warrior precedes you, but I still have my doubts as to whether you could defeat Vetera.
Yes. How can you possibly succeed when so many before you have failed?
Because, Your Highnesses, underneath this leather tunic is a heart of courage.
Lothara, we have seen your heart of courage and feel confident you will fulfill your mission. Take any food and provisions you may need, and may the gods protect you.
Friends, here is all that remains of our enemy. A carcass of flesh and bone. It held no special power. Why then was its owner so powerful and her words so mighty? Because we feared her, because we gave her the power to take control over our destinies by merely trying not to invoke her wrath. Today we have said that we will fear no more. We will say the same tomorrow and the next day and the next. Until we free ourselves and our children from the true enemies of self-doubt, self-pity, and self-loathing. And we will never see the likes of her again.
That was beautiful, baby.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? But you know, I'm still not sure I get the ending.
We just won't put this one on our resume. Really.
I'm ruined.
Anybody who reads is not going to watch this film. You know that. It'll be all right, really.
Good evening and welcome to Late Night Purgatory. Tonight, after searching far and wide, we found this little film for you called Boobicus. It's about this woman with large breasts that saves the world. You probably figured that out from the title of the film. Starring Christy Redding, Sheila Franks, 53 casualties, 5 beheadings. You got 75 and a half breasts. We got some nude mud wrestling, and we got 2 monster trucks. Boobicus.
The end of another day without a word. I'm wondering what to say, it's all becoming rather absurd. Time keeps dragging on so long, I'm looking for you everywhere. Am I a fool to keep on hanging on for someone who just doesn't care? I wonder if I'll get a chance to explain, a chance to hear your explanation. I wonder till it's just a dance in my brain, a dizzying, trance-like sensation. What do you do and how do you feel, and what does all this make you think? Did it ever once make you totter and reel and feel yourself hanging out over the brink? What can I say now, and what can I do? It was too easy, too good to be true. Seeing perfection and looking at you, head your direction, you fade out of view. I'm waiting for your next move. I've hit the ball into your court. I see the changes you're going through. Believe me, sport, I am the patient sort. But love can never live on memory. Connecting threads will dwindle